वेरी गुड इवनिंग टू ऑल ऑफ यू। आई होप सभी लोग अच्छे होंगे। आज थोड़ा सा लेट हो गया स्टार्ट होने में, so we can start the discussion in just 2 minutes. Allow me only 2 minutes. To all of you. I hope. So one thing is that 30th June 2023 is the last date for various amnesty scheme. Be ensure that you have taken the advantage of all such amnesty scheme, whether it is GST or anything. So point number one, the 30th June is the last date to take the benefit of the amnesty scheme. Be ensured to take the advantage of all such amnesty scheme. One more point, that 9 subsection for reverse charge. You remember that there is a certain concept of supplies made by unregistered person to registered person, and that to be in case of the रियल एस्टेट सेक्टर प्रोमोटर डेवलपर, उसकी भी लास्ट डेट 30 जून है, ओनली फॉर इनपुट एंड इनपुट सर्विस रिवर्स चार्ज। जहां पर हम 80% शुड बी फ्रॉम रजिस्टर्ड पर्सन एंड 20 शुड बी मैक्सिमम फ्रॉम अनरजिस्टर्ड। अगर उसमें गैप ज्यादा है, मतलब 20 से अगर ज्यादा अनरजिस्टर्ड पर्सन से परचेस किया है, उस केस में प्रोमोटर डेवलपर को डिफरेंशियल जो भी जितना भी एक्सेस है उसका आरसीएम 18% के हिसाब से ईयर एंड पर चुकाना पड़ेगा। दैट इज 30th June would be the last date. So I request everyone, if you have any question, kindly raise the question. Good evening, Venu sir. Good evening, Manish Gupta ji, Praveen Solanki ji, Advocate Sandeep Tomar ji. Any question? Regarding the GSTR 9 and 9C of this year, we all know that last date is 31st December, and mostly the field which was made mandatory and optional for the last year, prima facie it appear, by looking the form, it appear that this would remain same. Very good evening, sir. Any question? I request everyone, always read the judgment, because you will have the different altogether angle to understand the GST. Have you read the judgment, that DRC 03, and for which the DRC 04 is not being issued by the department, and in which the order was that need to give the refund by the department. Ashwin Thakkar ji, very good evening, sir. GTA freight income is exempted under GST. GTA being corporate, GTA freight income is. Why GTA freight income is exempted from GST and not registered in GST? GTA being corporate entity and not registered in the GST, give its office on rent when required to be registered. If the aggregate turnover exceeds the threshold limit. See, the point number one, we cannot say, Ashwin Thakkar, the GTA freight income is exempted. It is taxable, but taxable under reverse charge or forward charge. Now, if they are also providing the renting of immovable property services, in that case, if the aggregate turnover exceeds the threshold limit, including outward RCM, then they have to take registration. Any counter question? थैंक यू सो मच चंद्रेश जी. एडवोकेट संदीप तोमर जी, सर मैं रेडीमेड गारमेंट का एक्सपोर्ट करता हूँ, ठीक है, और पार्टी से मुझे एडवांस पेमेंट आ जाता है, गुड्स का बात कर रहे हैं, ठीक है, पर मैं उस गुड्स का कॉस्ट में ऐड नहीं, पर मैं उस गुड्स के कॉस्ट में ऐड नहीं कर सकता. समझ में नहीं आया सर. आप कह रहे हैं रेडीमेड गारमेंट का एक्सपोर्ट करता हूँ, पार्टी से मुझे एडवांस पेमेंट आ जाती है, बिल्कुल बढ़िया, तो कॉस्टिंग का कहां से जिक्र हुआ, मुझे समझ में नहीं आया. सामने वाली पार्टी कहते हैं आप कोई और टैक्स इनवॉइस आप बनाओ, आप कोई और टैक्स इनवॉइस बनाओ. अच्छा, मैं समझा नहीं पूरा क्वेश्चन, एक बार आप ना एक कोशिश कीजिए, जितना मैक्सिमम, जितनी इसकी कैपेसिटी है, जितना अलाउ करता है, एटलीस्ट उतना क्वेश्चन एक साथ लिखें जिसमें पेमेंट की एडजस्टमेंट हो जाए. भाई नॉर्मली मैं कहता हूं कि अगर मुझे एडवांस मिला, एडवांस पर मुझे टैक्स नहीं देना, उस टाइम मुझे रिसीट वाउचर बनाना है, ठीक है। उस टाइम मुझे रिसीट वाउचर बनाना है, दैट्स इट। बट रिसीट वाउचर के केस में आपको एडवांस पे टैक्स नहीं देना, बिकॉज वी ऑल नो कि भाई 15 नवंबर 2017 से इसको रिलैक्स कर दिया। देन नेक्स्ट पॉइंट इज, अगर पार्टी कहती है टैक्स इनवॉइस बनाओ, तो अगर मैंने टैक्स इनवॉइस बना दिया तो मुझे उसके ऊपर जीएसटी देना पड़ेगा। क्वेश्चन कंप्लीट हुआ, आपका आंसर मिला या स्टिल? इफ एनीथिंग एल्स प्लीज रेज। मिस्टर Krishna sir, how to apply the refund in which excess payment made through DRC 03? In my view, so there is no, I think there is no, so if you talk about that judgment, then I can say the refund in that category would be under judgment, order or decree. So there is one separate field of RFD01. When we go under the services tab, then we can say that there is a different category if it is because of the judgment, which judgment I was referring about. There is situation number one, and there can be another situation that simply suppose I paid the taxes, but that was extra, wrongly paid through DRC 03. Then in that case, it would be probably through any other category, and I need to approach to the department. This is my view. If you have any counter, kindly confirm. Allow me only one. So the next question is Praveen Solanki ji. Praveen ji, you are saying that we have purchased from ONGC Petro Additive Limited. We have purchased from ONGC Petro Additive Limit SEZ. Okay. Supplier issued the tax invoice and bill of entry. Okay. But bill of entry not auto-populated in GSTR 2A to B. Fine. CA can, can we take ITC without? Yes, Praveen ji. If I refer the circular 123, dated November 2019, 11th of November 2019, which was issued when the new rule 36.4 was inserted. At that time, circular 123 was issued. And according to that circular, the 36.4 is being a restriction, creating the restriction only where the supplier filed the GSTR1. If we refer the new clause of section 16 subsection 2, that is clause AA, we can say that the restriction is being only applicable when the supplier filed the GSTR1. If it is a ITC on account of the import of the goods based on the bill of entry, so either from overseas customer or from SEZ unit. In such case, even though it is not appearing in 2A to B, I can take the ITC, no problem. But I would suggest only one thing. In the services tab, please follow the due process of bill of entry. That there is a certain process that if the bill of entry is not appearing, you can raise the service request or something like that. So kindly follow that also parallelly, but you can take the ITC. There is no problem at all. Time limit for issuing a invoice. As of now, there is no time limit as per the new clarification. But believe me, friend, that clarification to certain extent, it is against rule 48 sub rule 5. In my view, there is no time limit. In my view, there is no time limit. But as per the recent clarification which has been withdrawn, which was applicable for 100 crore. Considering that, I can say as of now, you can report at any point of time, no problem. So take the advantage. GTA corporate entity liable to collect GST on forward charge, not necessary. Presently not registered freight income around 50 lakh is liable to register with first rent income. Yes. Yes. If suppose I am a GTA and I am XYZ private limited. So irrespective of my turnover, I am not required to take registration because of the notification 5/2017 issued under section 23(2). So my outward supply, irrespective of my outward supply, if I am exclusively engaged in the outward RCM, I'm not liable to take registration. Now, the day when I receive the rental income, and assuming it is also not of the RCM, so residential property given to the registered person, assuming it is not covered in that, it is covered under forward charge. Now, in that case, if it is a rupee 1 income also, 50 lakh, which is freight income plus rental income rupees 1, it exceed threshold limit of 20, I am liable to take registration and need to charge the GST on the rental income. So, kya baat hai? Srinivasan sir, are you there? So many happy returns of the day. He is one of the key pillar of educating in the GST resolution query. So agar aap hain, if you are there, kindly accept my wishes regarding your happy birthday. Thank you so much. I just now received the message from Krishna sir. So I also like to take the opportunity to give the message. What is the TDS rate of Amazon Flipkart who is deduct? See, Mr. PR, probably you are talking about the TDS under income tax. I'm extremely sorry for that. But otherwise, if it is GST, then we all know that rate is 2% and it is applicable on government if the recipient is the government. Section 51 वाला. ठीक है. Party out of India है. Party out of India में रहती है. संदीप तोमर जी, मेरे हिसाब से आप रिसिट वाउचर इशू कीजिए. फिर भी अगर वो इंसिस्ट करता है इनवॉइस का, तो आप परफॉर्मा इनवॉइस बना के दे सकते हैं, which is not the tax invoice, I can say. But otherwise, if you issue the tax invoice, you have to pay the GST. We have not paid RCM on the purchase from URP. Department issued the notice. This is a time bar. So I would say, see, the prima facie one sentence that yes, you can say it is a time bar, but still I would suggest some way by which you should litigate the matter. Point number 1, you should pay through if possible, you should pay through GSTR 3B. Make the self-invoice in the current date, the day when you are paying the RCM. Pay along with interest. Take the ITC, not to utilize the ITC. Take the ITC, but not to utilize the ITC. Let the department litigate. In future, suppose if you require to reverse, at least we can say that interest burden would not be there. What is my view? If I refer Rule 36 sub Rule 1, the ITC of RCM is subject to the payment of taxage. ITC of RCM is subject to the payment of taxage. So it means if I'm paying the taxes in the current date, it becomes the ITC of the current month, which can be taken till 30th November of next year. So by doing this logic, by taking this logic, I can say you try this also if it is a sizable amount. Very good evening, Sabita Sauji. कोई ऐसा इनवॉइस जैसे रिम्बर्समेंट सर्विस या कंसल्टेंसी सर्विस क्योंकि पार्टी की इंपोर्ट ड्यूटी ज्यादा लग जाती है जिसको हम एक्सपोर्ट करते हैं, उस ड्यूटी से बचने के लिए ऐसा इनवॉइस जैसे रिम्बर्समेंट सर्विस या कंसल्टेंसी, ये फिर गलत हो जाएगा संदीप जी, ये गलत हो जाएगा क्योंकि आप ना फेक इनवॉइसिंग का ट्रांजेक्शन कर रहे हो एंड विच इज आइडियली नॉट करेक्ट. सी यू आर डूइंग द एक्सपोर्ट ऑफ द गुड्स फॉर विच यू आर रिसीविंग द एडवांस एंड नाउ यू आर इशूइंग द रिम्बर्समेंट या कंसल्टेंसी ट्रांजेक्शन which ideally in my view not correct. You should avoid that practice. Purchase mobile ITC eligible, different opinion, sir. Ganeshan Ramanathan, sir, I would say that if you purchase the mobile and it is in the course or furtherance of my business, you can definitely take the ITC. Only point that rule 43 will may come into the picture. See, if it is being capitalized, then rule 43, if it is being debited to the profit and loss account by the company, you can say the rule 42. Certain 5% ITC, you may reverse, but otherwise I can say there is no problem. I am of opinion or I am of the view that it is necessary for my business. So I would definitely be able to take ITC. There is no problem. If you have any counter view supported by some judgment, kindly share, so that we can read and give the view in the next class. Probably we always have the discussion on Saturday 4 to 5 p.m. Sometime because of non-availability today, it was exam, so I would not be able to reach by the time and hence it got delayed. But maximum, I will always try to make it 4 to 5 p.m. on Saturday. ठीक है. संदीप तोमर जी, ऐसा इनवॉइस बनाऊं जिससे कि पेमेंट के एडजस्टमेंट हो जाए और सामने वाले की नहीं सर, ऐसा मत बनाइए आप, ऐसा मत बनाइए, गलत हो जाएगा सर. ईशांत बंसल जी, जीटीएस फ्रॉम पंजाब, इफ आई एम रजिस्टर्ड इन अरेना टेकिंग जीटीएस सर्विस फ्रॉम जीटीएस आरसीएम एप्लीकेबल IGST. So you, Ishant Bansal ji, you always have to look two factor, not only the place of the supplier, you have to look location of supplier. See, if I refer section 7 of IGST Act, which talks about in definition of the interstate supply, meaning thereby, if supplier is in one state, location of supplier is in another state, LOS and POS, please always see two location, LOS and POS. In your example, LOS is from Punjab, POS is Haryana, it covered in the two different states, so it is IGST. महेंद्र जैन जी, कैसे हैं महेंद्र जी? आई होप सब बढ़िया है. ए डीलर इज नॉट एंटाइटल्ड फॉर ITC फ्रॉम 1/4/2019. ओके, सो हाँ ठीक है. सो ही हैज नॉट शोन ITC इन द GSTR 3B. इज इट ओके और इज इट कंपल्सरी टू फर्स्ट अवेल? देखो, ये जो गाइडलाइन है ना महेंद्र जी, ये गाइडलाइन कब आई? जब ये सर्कुलर 170 आया था ना 3B के रिगार्ड में. पहले आप ITC लो, फिर आप रिवर्स करो. रिवर्सल के लिए उन्होंने दो फील्ड सजेस्ट किए, दैट वन इज द परमानेंट रिवर्सल, वन इज द टेम्पररी रिवर्सल. ठीक है. एंड उसके बाद आप इसे मतलब ऐसे रिपोर्ट करेंगे. And if I recall correctly, initially for real estate developer, when the rate of the taxes was changed and it became ineligible for input tax credit, at that point of time, what happened? For real estate developer, it is being communicated that you should report your ITC. You should report your ineligible ITC. You should report your ineligible ITC in 4D1 or 4D2, if I'm not wrong. Sorry, 4D2, other ineligible ITC. So I can say prior to this circular 170, that was of July 22. Prior to that, I can say that the reporting of ineligible ITC would only come in the 42, not required that first he has to take and then reverse. But from July 22 onwards, or let's say from August GST 3B onward, every taxpayer who is not eligible, first he has to take, which is as per 2B, reverse in the permanent reversal in this case, and then the net ITC would be 0. But again, I can say if they have done different, there is no problem at all. No adverse view can be taken. Reason, there is no loss to the government, and clarification was issued in July 22. That is of my view. क्या अनरजिस्टर्ड सप्लायर को जीएसटी इनपुट का रिफंड मिल सकता है? कारण क्या है? अनरजिस्टर्ड सप्लायर को, मैं सपोज रजिस्टर्ड नहीं हूं इन नहीं सी फर्स्ट प्लीज नोट वन थिंग मिस्टर पीआर, दैट इनपुट का रिफंड सेक्शन 54 सबसेक्शन 3 के कारण दो ही केस में मिलता है. या तो मेरी ड्यूटी स्ट्रक्चर इन्वर्टेड है, या मैं एक्सपोर्ट करता हूं, या एसईजेड मतलब जीरो रेटेड सप्लाईज है. अब आप ये कह रहे हैं कि अगर सप्लायर अनरजिस्टर्ड है तो वो तो टैक्स ही चार्ज नहीं करेगा. इन दैट केस, इन माय व्यू, it is not covered by 54(3) and therefore not eligible for any refund. जिसको सप्लाई करते हैं गुड्स की, उसने पेमेंट रिगार्डिंग डेबिट कर दिया है, पेमेंट सेल्स के अकॉर्डिंग कम दी है, क्या हम उस बेस पर क्रेडिट नोट डाल सकते हैं जो हमने सेल्स के ऊपर टैक्स? हाँ, वो कर सकते हैं कि सपोज, मतलब मैं ठीक समझ पा रहा हूँ ना संदीप जी का, कंफर्म करना. लेट्स से जिसको सप्लाई करते हैं गुड्स की, उसने पेमेंट रिगार्डिंग डेबिट कर दिया है, पेमेंट सेल्स के अकॉर्डिंग कम दी है. लेट्स से मैंने आपको 10 लाख का इनवॉइस रेज किया और मैंने गुड्स का रेज किया और आपने मुझे 9 लाख की पेमेंट किया, तो 1 लाख रुपए आपने मुझे कम पेमेंट किया बिकॉज ऑफ एनी रीजन. आई कुड से दैट इट इज कवर्ड बाय सेक्शन 34 सबसेक्शन 1. जो 4 सिचुएशन वो आप एक बार रीड कर लेना कि गुड्स और सर्विस फाउंड टू बी डेफिशिएंट, टैक्सेबल वैल्यू और टैक्स हैज बीन चार्ज एक्स्ट्रा, और गुड्स हैज बीन रिटर्न. गुड्स रिटर्न वाला केस नहीं होगा. या तो गुड्स और सर्विस फाउंड टू बी डेफिशिएंट मान लीजिए, या फिर ये मान लीजिए कि आपने टैक्सेबल वैल्यू एक्स्ट्रा चार्ज कर दिया. अकॉर्डिंगली मेक सम कम्युनिकेशन so that in future if there is any question you can satisfy. In that case, if it is proved that yes, covered by 34 subsection 1, you can definitely issue the credit note within the time limit of 34(2), जो कि मालूम है सभी को कि साल खत्म हो उसके बाद जो नवंबर आएगा तब. ठीक है. Detail, Venu sir, detail of overseas freight on export and import in the angle of clearing agent, is it RCM or forward charge? See, if I am raising the bill, see, first is what is the GTA? GTA means transportation of goods by road, and we issue the consignment note. Suppose if I'm exporting or importing, then it will not be transportation of goods by road except like certain neighborhood country which is connected by road. Point to be noted that if it is export or import and goods are transported through vessel or by air, in that case it is not covered by RCM, it will be always forward charge. The tax rate, if it is by vessel, then 5%. If it is by air courier company, then it will be 18%. One more thing I like to say, Venu sir, there is a certain amendment in the Finance Act 2023 with respect to section 12 subsection 8. The proviso has been omitted. What is the impact? See, suppose you are in India, I am also in India, and you are giving the goods to me which I have to deliver to London, let's say. Currently, because I am delivering on, and we both are in India and in the same state. Let's say we both are in same state. Currently, as per the proviso to 12 subsection 8, I have to raise IGST invoice. It is not export, but I have to raise IGST invoice because I'm delivering the goods outside India. And as per the proviso to 12.8, it is place of the supplies location, delivery location. Once it is omitted, then in that case, we can say, if we both are in state, same state, I will raise simple invoice, which is CGST and SGST. Second point, there is also omission of section 13, subsection 9. Very important. What will happen that if I am raising the invoice, now it will be covered. See, if I'm raising the invoice to person outside India or supplier is outside India, raising the invoice in India, it will be simply covered by general principle. The person to whom the raising the invoice, it will be the place of supply. So simply, if one company is in India, one party is in India, location of supplier or recipient, or one party is outside India, it will always be export or import. Please ensure to the rest of the condition satisfied. Rajesh Kumarji, one of our client has exported goods, food item, as zero rated supplies without payment of GST. But the importer of the goods is not able to sell the goods. Okay. Nor paying the amount to our client. Now the buyer or importer offered to return the goods to our client. What if the foreign remittance is not received within the time permitted by Reserve Bank of India? See, if you have delivered the goods outside India, it will be export of goods. See, the 2 points regarding the goods, I would suggest always 2 points. The first is export and then is refund. I'm talking about goods only. Okay. Once you move the goods from India to outside India, it will always be export, irrespective of the payment. But if you going for the refund, then Rule 96B says amount has to come in the foreign currency within the time permitted as per FEMA. So there is no problem in the export, but only point you cannot take the refund. Ji sir. I hope it is clear. Now you have raised another question. If there is any relaxation in the time limit, no time limit. What would be the best possible course of action for the export under GST? See, it will always be export. When he is returning the goods, you should issue the credit note. Please ensure the time limit to issue the credit note. That's it. I hope it is clear your question. If still you have any doubt, kindly raise the counter question. Mansukh Dukharji, I have paid the late fees for the GSTR 9 to file DRC 03 before filing the GSTR 9. So I hope you have received your answer in the group. I can see that our educating expert, GS Krishnan sir, has already given the reply, DRC 03. So Mansukhji, I hope you have received the reply in the group because you are the platinum member. But still, if you are not having the counter question, kindly share the question. So in my view, that you should file the RFD 01 in any other case. And ideally, your refund should be processed. But if you are getting any problem, any error, kindly share the screenshot so that we can internally discuss and then give the reply. I expend rupees 4 lakh on the marble flooring in rented premises. If you like the discussion, I have the humble request to all of you. Please click on the like button and also click on the subscribe button. और अगर आपको ये discussion अच्छा लगता है, if you like the discussion, kindly share with the maximum people you can, so that we have the large number of the question on daily basis and try to improve our knowledge. And you also know that we are running the GST membership, educating GST membership, which is being divided in 3 parts, that silver, gold, and platinum. So I can say silver, basically resolution of the GST query, and gold is basically query resolution plus litigation support. It means in this, we are supporting the 5 notices in review of the draft reply. Will take at least 4 to 5 working days, and we will share the revised reply after editing to the concerned member. And third is platinum membership, which is query resolution plus notice drafting, supporting the notice drafting. And third is the and plus education. It means if you are joining the platinum membership, we are giving the access to watch our recording within the validity period of membership, unlimited time, full course of the 65 hours. And when you renew in the next day, you can join one live batch, which is being taught by me. So if you have any if you have any concern, kindly connect with our team educating, and you can visit our website also, www.educating.com. So let's move to the question again. I spend rupees 4 lakh on the marble flooring in the rented premises. Shall I take the ITC on the purchase of the marble? See, prima facie, I can say that this particular ITC is, because I can say it is a construction of a movable property, it is being attached, and which you should capitalize. Probably you should capitalize, then it is blocked in 17.5 C and D. But if it is debited to the profit as a loss account, let's say it is a revenue expenditure, in that case, it is not blocked in 17.5 C and D. And one more thing, we should wait for the judgment of Safari Retreat, which give much more clarity for this 17.5 C and D. Nilesh Agrawal ji. Sir, our GST audit officer want ITC reversal because of our purchase is not shown in 2A for the 1920. What is our scope apart from the Karnataka High Court SOP? See, 1920. First is one point you can say that the 16 subsection 2 clause AA, which is the bare requirement from the GST Act, is inserted from 1/1/2022. It means the Rule 36 of Rule 4 was ultra virus till 31st December 2021. Situation number, point number 1, support. Point number 2, if you refer the entire GST structure, which they were talking about GSTR1, GSTR2, and GSTR3, which has been omitted effective from October 2022. Till the time the mechanism available in, so this point is basically, I'm not saying it is only for you, but this particular point is applicable at multiple places, like 180 days ka reversal. Rule 37 was talking about GSTR2, but mechanism was not available in the portal. And till October 22, it was there in the law. Finally, in the 1st October 2022, they have omitted from every places. So these type of the argument you can place. Obviously, the officer will not accept. They will issue the order either in 73 or 74, litigate the same. And we all know that in that time, sometime we all have the GST appellate tribunal also, which going to get good relief because there would be some judicial member and there would be technical member. As of now, currently we know that it is being heard by only technical member. So probably the taxpayer is not getting the proper relief. In the time to come, when the discussion will be in front of the judicial member, we will have the favorable, much more favorable judgment. Praveen Solanki, 9C table 12. ITC claimed is negative. Can be liable for avail access? Can be liable for table number 12 में कौन से column है? Is it A, B, C, D or E? In which amount is coming as negative? इस लिंक पर क्लिक कीजिए, अनरजिस्टर्ड बिजनेस को जीएसटी रिफंड मिलने को बताया गया है। किस लिंक पर क्लिक करने की बात कर रहे हैं सर? कोई लिंक आया नहीं मेरे पास में। अगर आप वो सर्कुलर की बात कर रहे हैं जिस सर्कुलर में ये कहा गया है कि वो जो रियल एस्टेट सेक्टर के लिए आया था, फ्लैट बायर या लॉन्ग टर्म इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी के लिए आया था, आप उसकी बात करें किसी और चीज की बात करें? मुझे लिंक नहीं आया। पीआर सर, काइंडली शेयर द लिंक, आई विल डेफिनेटली सी। एडवोकेट निर्मल पटेल जी, कैपिटल मशीनरी इंपोर्ट किया है ईपीसीजी लाइसेंस अगेंस्ट विदाउट पेड जीएसटी, बट हम सेल्स एक्सपोर्ट विद आईजीएसटी कर सकते हैं, तब रूल 96 इश्यू करेगा। अगर आपने कैपिटल गुड्स ईपीसीजी में किया है, देखो वो आप एक बार जो देखो 9610 में 4 रिस्ट्रिक्शन है, राइट? अगर मैंने 40 सी, अगर मैंने ईपीसीजी सी डीम्ड एक्सपोर्ट ट्रांजेक्शन नहीं होगा। सी डीम्ड एक्सपोर्ट, सी मैं क्या कहता हूं, ये ट्रांजेक्शन डीम्ड एक्सपोर्ट नहीं है बिकॉज सप्लायर इज लोकेटेड आउट ऑफ इंडिया। सी रूल 96 में 4 कंडीशन है। एक, आपका मर्चेंट एक्सपोर्ट वाला परचेज नहीं होना चाहिए। दूसरा, डीम्ड एक्सपोर्ट वाला परचेज नहीं होना चाहिए। और डीम्ड एक्सपोर्ट में वो जो नोटिफिकेशन 48 है, रीड विद सेक्शन 147, वहां पे क्या कहता है, सप्लायर जो कि इंडिया में, कस्टमर जो कि इंडिया में, एंड उस केस में मैं एक्सपोर्ट ओरिएंटेड यूनिट को ईपीसीजी लाइसेंस के अगेंस्ट में सप्लाई करता हूं, तो उस केस में वो पर्सन क्या नहीं कर सकता, एक्सपोर्ट नहीं कर सकता। याद रखना वहां पे 2 सर्कुलर का रेफरेंस हो रहा है, कस्टम के 2 सर्कुलर का रेफरेंस है 78 एंड 79। एक बार वो मैं रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा निर्मल जी, काइंडली रीड दैट सर्कुलर, अदरवाइज आई डू नॉट हैव एनी प्रॉब्लम because it is neither covered in notification 40 nor covered in notification 48। वहां तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। जो 2 और नोटिफिकेशन है कस्टम वाले 78 एंड 79, इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग, एक बार वहां पे देख लीजिए ये ट्रांजेक्शन कवर हो रहा है, अगर नहीं तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं। If the ineligible ITC is not taken and reversed in GSTR 3B, will it attract any fine or penalty for non following of the written procedure under general? मेरे हिसाब से नहीं। It is very incorrect to say that I am not reported in this way and therefore the department will raise the penalty. Not at all. If they like to raise the penalty, max to max they can raise the penalty of like 500 rupees or 500 CGST, 500 SGST, max to max. So it cannot be said that yes, you have to pay 50,000. No, not at all. Because of section 126, I am saying this. Ashwin Thakkar, I am registered in Gujarat, paying the courier charges to the foreign document to my courier also, but courier gives document. He will raise C+S. C+S, na? Once it will be omitted, then if the service has been given to the registered recipient, it will be the place of supply. So if both are in the same state, Gujarat, as per your question, then the location of recipient, which is B2B, it will be the place of supply. So he will always raise C+S. Sierra, is this possible to raise GST demand by the department on the ground that the payment not at all, sir. Not at all. Not at all. Till the time you have not taken the refund. If you have taken the refund, yes, then they can raise the demand based on the rule 96B. But yes, it can also be challenged. Reason 16 subsection 3 and 16 subsection 4 of IGST Act amended by the Finance Act 2021 is not yet effective. On that ground, you can litigate the matter. But yes, the point which you are saying that only I have treated export and because amount is not coming, so they will raise the penalty. I don't think so. Bhamarlal Suthar, composition dealer, cement from unregistered, what will be the tax rate on the sale of the goods purchased from unregistered? 1%. See, if I'm a composite dealer, whether I purchase from registered or unregistered doesn't matter. My outward supply, as per the rule 7, it will be 1% for the trader and manufacturer, and for service that is restaurant 5% and 10 subsection 2A will be 6%. Mahendra Jain ji, a partnership firm has only registered office address in GST. Okay. It has taken the land on lease basis and constructed the mall on it. But it has shown that place. It has not shown that place in the GST. Though it has some rental income in 3B. So it is obviously, sir. Kindly add now. And I would suggest put the actual date. Okay. So there will be the two replication. Either they will accept and approve or they may raise the penalty. But my view, you should add the date. So when you are adding the place of business, you should add the date when it is being effective. So actual date, because you have to add something because it is taken on the lease. So you might have the lease agreement, correct? So please try to add that date. No problem. But always add. It is advisable. Advocate Rajiv ji. Dear sir, in case of the penalty, under section 73(9) is proposed rupees 10,000 each under C and S. Then penalty under I would also be 10 or 20. 20. It would be submission now. So section 20 है ना IGST का, वो कहता है कि जितनी भी पेनल्टी, जो भी प्रोविजन है सेक्शन 20 ऑफ द IGST एक्ट, द सेम वुड बी एप्लीकेबल. सो हम हर जगह देखते हैं, जैसे अगर मैं सेक्शन 9 सब सेक्शन 1 को रीड करता हूँ, वो कहता है कि मैक्सिमम रेट कुड बी 20%. बट वहीं पे मैं अगर सेक्शन 5 सब सेक्शन 1 को रीड करता हूँ, वो कहता है मैक्सिमम रेट वुड बी 40%. इन द सेम आर्ग्यूमेंट द पेनल्टी वुड बी डबल्ड. Mahindra Prajapati ji, material imported through air. Okay. Transportation charges paid in dollar. Okay. And service provided outside India. RCM is applicable and rate of GST. See, you are saying that it is an import. So the location of importer would be the place of supply. Not the location of importer. I can say that as of now, 13 subsection 9 would come into the picture, and the delivery location would be the place of supply. So the supplier is outside India, place of supply is in India. So it will be covered under RCM. Answer is yes. You have to pay the tax at the rate of 18%. Prima facie, I could say. Sir, as a CA in practice, whether salary and the profit from partnership firm included in the aggregate turnover for checking the, in my view, not. But there is a different, altogether divergent view on this. See, salary, because we are reporting as a business income. Correct? That is the problem. But you are saying the profit. See, profit is appropriation, so it will not be added, and salary per se it will not be added in my view. But yes, there is a divergent view, I can say. We'll all again try to check, and we'll share my view, because you are already the platinum member. So we'll try to share my view in the group also in the time to come. नहीं, राजेश जी, आपका पॉइंट तो मुझे समझ में आ गया. कि मेरी प्रैक्टिस है 15 लाख की और 7 लाख की सैलरी ले रहा हूँ, या 7 लाख का मैं प्रॉफिट अप्रोप्रिएशन ले रहा हूँ. Will it be added in my aggregate and I need to take mandatory registration? तो मेरे हिसाब से नहीं, क्योंकि शेड्यूल 3 का ट्रांजेक्शन अगर बात करूं, मैं अगर सिर्फ सैलरी की बात करूं, तो शेड्यूल 3 के ट्रांजेक्शन को हम वैसे भी ऐड नहीं करते. बट वहां पे ये कहना ठीक है कि क्या ये एम्प्लॉय रिलेशनशिप है या आप तो पार्टनर है, ठीक है, विच आई विल रिपोर्टिंग इन द बिजनेस इनकम अंडर द इनकम टैक्स. सो let me analyze, but prima facie answer is not to be added, but let me analyze and share my view in the group also. ठीक है. Last question लेता हूं मैं प्रवीण सोलंकी जी का. Last for the day, in Ahmedabad, Gujarat, new GST registration taken is too much. Sir, not only in Ahmedabad, sir, not only in Ahmedabad, it is pan-India problem. It is pan-India problem. सो इसी के साथ आज का डिस्कशन हम कंप्लीट करते हैं. Thank you very much. I would be able to see the multiple new participant. Thanking for joining. अगर आपको ये डिस्कशन अच्छा लगता है, प्लीज क्लिक ऑन द लाइक बटन, ऑल्सो क्लिक ऑन द सब्सक्राइब बटन एंड शेयर दिस लाइव डिस्कशन टू द मैक्सिमम लार्जर पीपल सो दैट वी ऑल कैन लर्न GST from every questions. Suppose sometime I may also be incorrect. There is no problem because we all are the student of the GST. तो कभी कभी मैं भी गलत हो सकता हूँ. If this is the case, kindly share your view also. Do not have any problem to take your view, your opinion as well. By this, let me take one or two more question. Application is rejected or 99% sharing profit. So ठीक है राजेश, हम discuss करते हैं. We'll see and then discuss. Thank you very much. Goodbye to all of you. We'll meet on the next Saturday. Goodbye.